There we go. Hello, hello. I'm Teacher Oakley. Welcome to Verbling. Today and the next few days at this time slot, we're going to be learning some idioms. And the idioms that we're going to be learning are mention or reference the head. And so, as usual, we'll be doing some exercises together and discussing the idioms as we go along. We'll talk about any related idioms that either I or you can think of. And as well, I will try to clarify the usage. Some idioms are very, very general and used in a really wide and general way. And other idioms are used very specifically in certain cases, like in business, or oh, you only say this idiom as a reply to someone, things like that. I'll try to clarify as we go along. So today, idioms, they're all in your head. Hi, Mustafa. Welcome back.
Oh, welcome. Thank you, teacher. Thank you. Good to see you again.
Well, you're not going to try your expression?
I guess I cannot do it today.
It's too late. Too late. You blew your chance. Okay. All right. Talk to you in a little bit. Hello, Salwa.
Hello, please.
Hello. You've had a long day here at Verbling.
Yeah. Your class is early for me.
Yeah, it must have been a very early morning for you today.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, we're going to start off. I'm going to screen share some material, and we're going to start off looking at some literal meanings of a few keywords that are going to be important as the lesson proceeds, because they're going to be keywords in idioms we're going to be looking at, so that you can get a good picture in your mind. I mean, for me, when I learn idioms, I literally have a picture in my head as I'm saying it, as I'm trying to think of it. It helps me. So anyway, just to make sure you get a clear picture, we should know some of the keywords. So we're going to start there. Here we go. By the way, plenty of room in the class. If others would like to join us, come on in. You can join us anytime. No problem. All right, a little mix and match exercise for these literal meanings. Mustafa, could you read sentence number 1 and fill in the blank as best you can?
First one, when you are ill, you go to the doctor who blank you, who examines you.
Yeah. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Okay. Who examines you? Examines
you.
Yeah, it's min. Short I sound. Examine. Second syllable stress. Yes, of course, that's what a doctor does. When he looks at you, we commonly use the verb examine. And you might go to an examination room, actually, in the hospital.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, there's a couple other answers here that were just kind of funny. I hope he doesn't bury you. That would not be good. Okay. So before we get into too much trouble, number 2, please.
Centuries ago, if your head was it was about to be cut off.
Yeah. On the what?
I will guess scroll.
No. No. Actually, very physical. In order for them to chop off your head, you need something physically big and hard to stop the axe. So it's actually a physical picture here. Okay. Your head would actually be on the block. A block is a big chunk of wood usually, although you can have a block of something else, a block of stone.
Yeah, I got it.
But normally, when we use block, just block by itself, it's understood to be a wooden block. If we're going to use block for something else, then some other material, then we say a stone block. Okay, a block of gold, something like that. All right. Let me welcome Vincenzo to the class. Hi, Vincenzo. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, thanks, sir. What about you?
I'm hanging in there.
Oh,
Okay. I'm going to ask you to jump right in and please read sentence number 3. We're looking at literal meanings of some words we're going to use in idioms a little bit later. So go ahead, try number 3, and pick one of the words above here to fill in the blank. Oh, I think you accidentally muted yourself, Vincenzo.
it's about me. Number
Okay.
3.
Number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Our cat died last week. We decided to in the garden. We decided to bury it in the garden.
Okay. Decide to bury it in the garden. Bury it. It has a. This is a word that does not sound the way it's spelled at all. It has like an A sound. Bury. Bury
Bury.
it. Yeah. All right. Okay. Bury the cat in the garden. Oh yeah. Vincenzo? Have you ever buried a pet?
No. Never. Never.
Really? Okay.
I have a dog, but it's very young.
Really? Okay. All right. It's a very common thing in American culture. If you have a family, you have a little graveyard. If you have a house, like a single-family house, a garden or something, you have a little pet graveyard next to your
Yeah.
house. Like
So they have the habit to bury.
yeah.
That's
Yeah. Like your kid's turtle, a goldfish, pet gerbil, all that kind of thing. All right. Number 4, Mustafa. Number 4, please.
4. In ten-pin bowling, you have to blank the ball down a narrow lane and try to knock over the 10 pins. You have to roll.
Roll.
Big
Well,
R there.
well, yeah, but no, not 2 vowel sounds. Not row well, but roll.
Roll.
That's better. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Have you ever been bowling, Mustafa?
Yeah.
Okay. Which are you?
And I was bad.
Yeah,
I
okay.
was bad.
All right. We won't talk anymore about it. That's fine. Okay. Moving on then. Sawa, number 5.
When my dog's happy, he wags his tail.
Of course he does. Okay. A lot of pets here. These idioms are supposed to be about the human head. We're talking about pets a lot. Okay, one more, and then we'll get to the idioms here. Vincenzo, number 6, please. Vincenzo, you seem to be muted again.
excuse me. Yes, excuse me.
Okay.
Make sure you screw the top on properly. You don't want the bottle to leak in your luggage.
Yeah. All right. No, you don't. Okay. All right. You screw the top on your toothpaste or on a bottle of soda or your bottle of shampoo, whatever. Okay. Here we go. Now we're getting to the fun stuff. Getting to the idioms here. we are going to use this list of idioms to complete fill in the blanks here in exercise where the exercise is a dialogue, in the form of a dialogue. Two people talking to each other. So the idea being, so you can see how an idiom would be used in a conversation. All right, so I'm going to start with Mustafa. Number 1. Do you know Bill's phone number? All right.
A blank. I've got it in my address book. I've got it in my address book.
All right. You know Bill's phone number?
She said that shoulder up of that. I could do it standing on my head. Okay, just a second. I can't make head not tail of it. Not off the top of my head. What's okay? Just a second. Two head are better than one. He's got his head in the okay. Just scroll down, please.
Sure. There you go.
I've got it in my address book. I can't make head nor tail of it. I could do it. I could do it standing on my head. This is confused with the complete of the sentence.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work. So I can't make head nor tail of it, maybe.
No, that's not quite right either.
Or not off the top of my head.
That's it. F. That's it. Do you know something? Somebody asked, do you know, can you remember something? What, do you know his name? Can you remember his name? Do you remember where we're supposed to, I don't know, put these books when we're done? Whatever. Somebody asked you, well, actually for specific information. Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. Meaning at first, the idea is meaning just thinking about it real quickly. No, I can't remember is what you're trying to say.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. And we frequently use this idiom to actually introduce an opinion. Off the top of my head, I'd have to say that I think he would make a good president. I don't know, whatever that opinion may be. We're basically, when we do that, we're expressing the idea, okay, I really haven't thought about this too deeply, so don't, take my opinion too seriously because I just thought about it for 5 seconds. So you're kind of dismissing your own opinion or weakening the strength of your opinion by using this. Or we use it like this, just to say, I don't remember. Okay. Question, Mustafa?
No, thank you.
Not off the top of my head, no. Okay. All right. Quick shout out and welcome to Theyre. Hi, Theyre. How are you today? I'm fine. Thank you very much. All right. I'll come back to you in just a moment. Salwa, number 2.
Sorry about the mistakes, but none of them was very serious. That's easy for you to say, but not yours.
Okay.
I can't do it standing on my head.
Doesn't quite fit with not yours.
Okay.
That's kind of funny, though. I can do it standing on my head, but not your head. It's kind of a funny idea, but that's not quite it.
Okay, can you scroll up?
Yes, sorry.
Number 8. it's my head that's on the block, not yours.
That's it. So, okay, what do you think the idea here is? These two people are talking, right?
Um,
Who are these people, do you think? Do you imagine? And I don't mean like, oh, it's obviously Bob and Larry. I don't mean that. I mean, uh,
uh, two people, someone make a mistake and the other don't care about it,
okay, like,
or consider
sorry,
it not serious.
all right. Sorry about the mistakes, but none of them was very serious. This is no doubt, this is a subordinate, an employee. I'm 100% sure. When I said who's saying it, I mean like a husband and a wife, two friends, boyfriend, girlfriend. This is definitely an employee and a boss, or an employee and a manager. Not the high boss, because that would be a different conversation. But a subordinate said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I made mistakes on the work, but don't worry about it. Nothing too serious." The manager would then say, "That's easy for you to say. I'm the one who's going to get fired. I'm the one responsible. It's my head on the block, not yours. If this project doesn't go through, if this work doesn't get done, I will be fired. You will still be here." All right. Head on the block. They used to put your head on the block to chop your head off. So it's like saying, I'm the one who's going to be killed here, not you. That's the idea. So there you go. It's very commonly used, of course, in business. It's possible, maybe you're okay. You're supposed to be watching your little brothers and sisters or something, and the oldest brother is the one responsible for the young children in the family, and one of the children runs off or something. Maybe another one of the kids might say, "Oh, your head's on the block for this one," to the oldest son. It's possible to use it like that, in another situation other than work, but by and large, it's mostly going to be used in business, because that's where we
It's
have.
another. Excuse me, teacher.
Sure.
In this way, so it's a way to say I am responsible for this, no, not you, no.
Yeah, that's right. Or we can use it to talk third person, Vincenzo. His head is on the block for this project. I can talk about somebody else. Again, to indicate he's the one. If something goes wrong, there's some negativity involved here. You're saying if something's goes wrong, he's in big trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the idea.
Yes.
Okay. Vincenzo, why don't you stick around for a second and help me out with number 3 here?
Yes. Allora, he's a typical teenager, no sense of responsibility. He thinks he'll walk into a job. I know most of the time. I know.
Okay, so the
I
person
think
answering. Yeah.
I think it's H.
Very good. I think you're
He's
right.
got his head in the clouds.
Yeah, there he is over here. Ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo. All right. Okay. No sense of responsibility. All right. Somebody will just hand him a job. Okay.
To walk into what is it, teacher? To walk into a job.
Good question.
Walk into, but I think it could be negative, no? Because to go into something is to make something in a very deep way, no? Or no? To go into a job.
Well, another way we'd say this, as an American, how I would say the same thing, I would say he thinks he'll just fall into a job. Like, doesn't take any effort to fall down. Anybody can fall down. He thinks it'll be really easy to get a job. Is the idea?
It's like a walk.
Yeah, like a cakewalk. It's a cakewalk. Something is a cakewalk it's really, really easy. Okay, it's another version of this, I guess, related. Something is a cakewalk, that means it's really, really easy. Easy as pie. It's a cakewalk. All right. So the idea, he's got his head in the clouds. All of these things that are obviously, this is showing us here, maybe irresponsible, not serious about things, but there's also, you might say it about someone who you feel is too idealistic, not realistic, but idealistic as opposed to realistic. He's not very realistic. He's a dreamer. He's got his head in the clouds. Yeah.
Very, very superficial. Superficial.
Well, yeah, just not very. Sometimes we use this expression to talk about somebody who's just not practical at all. You might use it about maybe somebody who's irresponsible, like a teenager, but you might also use it to talk about a professor who's very absent-minded. Oh, the professor forgot his glasses on his head again. He's really got his head in the clouds. Okay, he's just not very practical with it. Okay, moving on. Theyre, number 4. Is it difficult to make a homepage or a website? The other person would answer, not really. I've done so many now. It's a cakewalk. No. I've done so many now. What? What do you think, Theyre? Did you give me an answer already? Okay. Yeah, that's it. You got it. I could do it standing on my head. All right. I could do it with one arm tied behind my back. I could do it with 2 arms tied behind my back. Those are also common and meaning the same exact thing. I could do it standing on my head. I could do it blindfolded. Yeah, that's right. Blindfolded. Oh yeah, I could do it blindfolded. Another one. All right, there's a lot of versions of this. This idiom to obviously express the idea something's very easy for you, right? Okay, Mustafa, number 5.
5. Okay, I've read the instruction booklet, but I couldn't understand it. Okay, I have looked at it too, and either. Okay.
Okay. Either. Yeah. Either pronunciation is correct. Either or either.
I can't make head nor tail of it.
Okay, where is that? E. That is the answer. All right. I can't make head nor tail of it. Okay. Very good. By the way, in normal English, idioms are a little bit outside the realm of normal English. Okay. You would often see neither with nor, but not here in this idiom. Sometimes idioms don't follow regular rules. All right. I can't make head or tail of it. Do you, Mustafa, do you know another way to say you really don't understand something?
Not at the top of my head.
Very good. Nice job.
I didn't quite catch, no?
Didn't quite catch means you didn't quite hear, maybe.
See, I understand.
Okay.
I didn't quite understand catch.
Right.
What you said.
Oh, you really didn't. Okay, sorry. Okay. Another way to say the same thing. It's all Greek to me. You could also use that idiot expression here. I've read the instruction booklet. I couldn't understand it. I've looked at it too, and it's all Greek to me. Well, that doesn't fit with either, but
okay.
So, all right.
Do you know?
Tail of it.
Teacher, do you know why Greek, or you don't have any idea?
Have you ever studied Greek?
Okay, okay. Oh, it's
Greek,
complicated. Okay.
Greek language.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yes. It's complicated. Mustafa, I can give you a better answer actually, because in Western culture, not now, but 100 years ago, maybe even closer, 60 years ago, but definitely 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, everyone studied Latin and Greek. I mean, everyone. Part of I mean, if you were educated, obviously, not everyone, but if you're trying to get educated or go to university, you had to study Greek and Latin. So it was a normal thing, and everybody thought it was difficult. So that's probably where it comes from.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Trying to think if there's any others that can't make head nor tail of it. It's all Greek to me. There's something tickling in my brain, but off the top of my head, I can't come up with it. All right. So I'm going to move on. Sawa, number 6, please.
Okay, could you give me a hand with these mouse and fingers? Good idea. Scroll up.
Sure.
Two heads are better than one.
Yes, they are. Okay. Absolutely. 2 heads are better than one. Okay. Obviously, the idea being that, all right, twice as much brain power. All right. Okay. That's it. By the way, I saw where the word on the end here was figures, not fingers. Okay. What are month end figures? What is that, Salwa?
Uh,
What are they referencing?
I had no idea.
Okay, well,
Month and figure.
figures are numbers, and a lot of times we use figures to talk about numbers related to business. So month-end figures are going to be somebody's doing their monthly statements, their monthly budget. Okay, trying to see how much money they made or lost at the end of the month, which is a fairly normal business routine. That's
Yeah,
it.
I got
All right. All right. Well, that one's pretty straightforward. 2 heads are better than one. Okay. It's an idiom. It's an expression. It's a saying. It's all of those things at once. Vincenzo, number 7.
Okay, Karen Smith is still top of the class this year, isn't she? Isn't she? Yes. Uh,
Let's see. Yes.
okay. Lot. She had the shoulder above the rest. Had the shoulder above the rest. It seems.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand. I can make it. Two years. He's got his head in the cloud. No, she is head and shoulders above the rest.
You got it. Exactly correct. All right.
Mhm.
All right. Head and shoulders above the rest. It's an idiom used to compare somebody, and it can be used very widely, comparing in anything. Bob is the best soccer player on the team. He's head and shoulders above the rest. Yeah. Okay. Related to work, to sports, to anything where any situation where you're comparing abilities between two people. Whatever.
It's a way to say he's better than the others.
Yeah. Better than all the others. Yeah. Yeah, it's comparing to a group, not just to one other person, but to a group.
Yeah.
It could be anything. He's the best wood carver I've ever seen. He's head and shoulders above the rest. That doesn't matter.
And the shoulder.
Yeah. Okay. Theyre, number 8. I see you're reading Stephen King's new book. I've just finished it. It's interesting, but what? That's weird. A lot of it went right over my head, and you said, okay, I can't make head nor tail of it as possible. Yeah, all right. This is kind of a little strange for me. A lot of it went right over my head. It's strange for me because I've read many Stephen King books, and there's. Okay, I'm not trying to be. I'm not. I'm not trying to. I don't have a big head. Our idioms are about the head. I'm. It's not that I have a big head. Okay, I'm not overly proud. Okay. It's not that I mean to have a big head, but they're pretty simple and straightforward to understand. That's right, Theyre. So I'm not sure why someone would say, "Oh, it all went over my head." You know, a lecture about genetic transference of viruses from plant life to the human brain would probably be over my head. Okay, but probably not a Stephen King book. Gotta, okay. Something goes over your head, you really don't understand it. You don't get the general idea, you don't get the summary, you don't understand the details. And by the way, just to give you a visual, the idea that something's over your head, if you ever are talking with an English speaker and they go like that, they are giving you the gesture that means, woo, that went right over her head, or his head. So they're speaking without speaking. Okay, we often say that when somebody, you'll see this motion, like maybe a little whistle. Okay, you'll see this when somebody maybe uses sarcasm, maybe even critiques somebody or says something sarcastic, and the object of the criticism, the object of the sarcasm doesn't get it. They don't realize they're being mocked. Okay, or someone doesn't get a joke. Someone doesn't understand humor or a joke. So everyone else is laughing and they're just sitting there again, whoop, right over her head.
Something that you don't understand, no? Okay.
Yeah, right. But it's often, something that everybody else does understand. And you don't know, why didn't you understand that? Okay. Right over her head. So it's a little bit negative. It's kind of it's used often as a kind of a critique. All right. Okay, let's get back to work here. All right. Complete these sentences using the correct form of the verb. So we've got a little grammar element working here. You may have to concern yourself with the correct verb tense. Again, a fill-in-the-blank exercise, which is going to create an idiom or idiomatic connotation. And all right, here we go. Mustafa, number 1.
Okay, I'm sure we can find a solution to the problem if we all blank our heads together. Screw.
Screw our heads together? No.
Roll our heads.
Roll our heads together. No, that's not gonna work. It's funny that you said that, because if you don't have your head screwed on right, it means you're crazy or you're very strange or
sorry, there is a noise.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. Vincenzo, would you mind muting your microphone? There's some extra noise there, I think. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay.
So teacher, it's not screw, it's not roll.
No, it's not roll. Roll has the connotation. There's other idioms. heads are rolling. Okay, people are being fired, people are being killed,
Keep
whatever.
or keep or examine or put.
Yes,
Sleep.
no or yes. Yeah, there it is.
Put.
Put.
Okay.
Let's all put our heads together. Okay, that's it. All right, kind of following the idea of two heads are better than one. Let's put our heads together and work together. Think about something together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
the idea.
my idea was right, I guess. Pro. I don't know. It makes
Well,
sense. Makes sense.
well, it's just funny because, well, we'll see what the idiom comes up with
Okay.
through, but
Okay.
like somebody who's a screwball or a screw up or doesn't have their head screwed on straight is it's very negative, and the idea is that they're kind of, well, they're screwy. Okay, if you're screwy, it means you're kind of crazy.
Oh,
Right.
really?
So it has that kind of crazy connotation. All right. So number 2, please.
Okay. The first 2 years of running this business were very, very hard. We just about managed to our head above water. Keep.
Very good. That's it. Keep your head above water. All right. So what does that mean? Salwa, were they making lots of money? Were they losing money, or were they just pretty much breaking even?
Yeah, they are do their best to keep stand, to still stand or alive by keeping
Okay.
their heads above the water.
Yeah. Basically, they're pretty much breaking even. They're not really making money, but they're making enough to stay open. That's it. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Um, okay. Keeping your heads above water can be used for business, to talk about a business, as it obviously is here. It can be used to talk about family finances. That's fairly normal. Another expression is um, we're just making ends meet. That one is used more for like a family. Um, just making ends meet is very similar, though. It's just probably used more often for a family.
Uh, uh, Teacher, can I use a synonym for this idiom like to scrape by?
Oh, good one. Yeah, I've forgotten about that. Yes, another one often with just scraping by. Yeah, that's a good one actually. Just scraping by. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Um, yeah. And look, they all incorporate just. Well, that's kind of central to the idea. Just enough money to get by. All right, there are some variations there, but all of those very similar. Vincenzo, number 3. Oh, you gotta unmute
No,
yourself.
excuse me, no, yes. This is the
Sure.
problem we have to face. We can't our heads in the sand and hope it will go away. Allora, we can't bury our heads in the sand and hope it will go away.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. Like, what is the... It's not really true, but there's a myth, legend, story, I don't know, about a certain animal that when it...
Yes, what's the name of the animal? I don't
Yeah.
remember. What is?
I wanted to ask you.
Don't remember the
Ostrich.
name.
Thank you, Sawa. It's an
What is
ostrich.
it?
Ostrich.
Ostrich. Okay. Thanks.
Ostrich, right. Um, as it turned out, a long time ago, we did research. I think Theyre and I did some research, and that's not really true. They don't really do that. Okay, so the idea, if you're going to bury your head in the sand, you're going to ignore a problem or ignore danger. Could be danger as well. Danger, problem, whatever. All right. And hope it goes away. Oh, Okay, Theyre, number 4. If you think I'm going to lend you money again, you need your head. Yeah. Examined. Yeah, okay. Like a doctor gives you an examination. Okay. This is one my mother liked to use a lot. He needs his head examined. Okay. Meaning you're a little crazy or a little something wrong with you mentally. All right. He needs to have his head examined. Yeah. All right. Mustafa, number 5.
Okay, 5. The trouble with some politicians is after a while power blank after a while power blank to their heads and they think they can do anything. Okay. Power um, go to their heads and they think go while power rule to their head and they think they can do. I'm
Okay.
screw. Oh no, power screw. Power screw. Um. Okay. The trouble with some question is after a while, power. Um. It's like go to their heads. They think they can
Yeah.
do anything.
Okay, the answer is go, but can you put it in the correct grammatical form?
After a while, power is going. Will go. Will go.
Well, could be, actually. All right. Will go to their heads is possible, or after a while, power goes. Yeah,
Go.
I just wanted to hear the S, the ES in the end. Power goes to their heads, and they think they can do anything. All right. Very common to hear somebody say, maybe I'd give you a compliment. Great job. That was a really good job of speaking. And you might say, oh, thank you. I thought I did a really good job. I might then say, look, don't let it go to your head, okay? All right. Okay. Don't get too proud about it. Don't don't get caught up in your own greatness. Don't let it go to your head. So we can talk about it in a kind of specific way. Oh, the rock musician sold 1 million copies in 1 week, and all that fame and fortune went to his head, and he started acting like a crazy rock star instead of like a normal person. Okay. Anyway, very commonly used as advice. Don't let it go to your head. Kind of a reminder after you compliment somebody. All right, Sawa, number 6.
Okay. It's the funniest film I have seen for ages. My head off. Uh, Roll.
No. It definitely has to do with the funniest film.
Laugh. I laughed my head off.
Yes, and past tense. Thank you. Perfect. I laughed my head off. Yep. Okay. We also may say I've been sick all week. I've been coughing my head off. Is also possible. You can laugh your head off, cough your head off. Maybe talk your head off. No, not really. Talk your ears off. That's possible. Somebody else can talk your ears off. But okay, but you can laugh your own head off. All right. You can cry your eyes out, not your head off. You can talk your ears off. Yes, you can cry your eyes out. Yes. Or you can laugh your head off. Sometimes we actually say laugh your fool head off. And cry your eyes out. Laugh your fool head off. Okay. What was the other one we just said? Oh, talk your ears off. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Kind of related, but there you go. Okay. Talk your ears off. Okay. Theyre is asking if somebody talks your ears off, they don't ever shut up. So, Theyre, it's really good to see you. You know, did I tell you the story about the other day we went down to the ballpark, we saw these cats playing in the yard, and these cats were all different colors. One of them was purple. I swear to God it was purple. And this purple cat, this little kid picked it up, and this little kid came walking over to me. He's walking over to me. He's walking over to me, and he's saying,
Don't talk my ears off.
oh, okay. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay, thank you for stopping me, Sawa. I do appreciate it. I would have kept going, you know. Vincenzo, number 7, please.
Wait a moment. Okay. 7. When I find out who is responsible for these mistakes, heads will. Heads will.
Heads will.
Heads will. What's it? Heads will. Heads will. Examine.
No.
No. Heads will.
The figurative idea, the physical idea, the physical idea that the analogy or metaphor is based on is people are going to get their heads cut off. So
No, mistake. Screw.
No.
No, I don't know.
Heads will roll.
Roll.
Okay. We commonly use this when somebody really screwed something up. Somebody really made a mess of things. Big mistake. We often say this as a commentary, an open and general commentary. OMG. Oh, my goodness. Heads are going to roll when the boss finds out about this. Holy smokes, heads are going to roll. Okay. Something... For sure. Hey, what happened? That was weird.
Yeah, we missed you.
What
You
happened?
lost your connect. You froze. You have
Did I?
froze. Yeah.
Weird. That was really weird. Okay. That was odd. Oh, my... Hello? Am I still here?
Yeah.
Okay. It's freaking out. My camera's like mirror imaging, going back and forth. Very weird. Okay. Heads will roll. People will be fired. All right, number 8 here. Let's see, Theyre. You don't need to worry about Marco traveling alone. He's only 16, but he's got his head. He'll be okay. He's got his head something on. And frankly, I would most likely hear... He's got his... Theyre, are you there? He's got his head...
He said Screwy. Yes. Yeah.
Did he? Where is he? Okay. He's got his head screwed on. All right. Americans would say he's got his head screwed on right. All right. We can use the negative version, too. He doesn't have his head screwed on right. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, got it. Yes, he's got his head screwed on right. Okay. All right. That's pretty much it. Okay. Let's see if we can try one more exercise of review, looking at the idioms that we have been doing. Rewrite these sentences using an idiom from this unit. All right. Okay. Mustafa, number 1. How could you say this another way? Can you think of one of the idioms that we
I
looked
can
at?
do it very, very easily. Um,
Do I need to scroll up?
no, it's at top of my head. I can't stand on my, contain standing on, can you scroll up? I get it.
Yeah. You got it. I know you got it. You're saying
Yeah,
it, just not quite right.
yeah, I could do it standing on my head.
Yeah, that's it. I could do it standing on my head. I could do it with 2 arms tied behind my back. I could do it blindfolded. All of those are very similar. Very good. All right. Sawa, number 2.
He is sensible.
Okay. How could you say that?
He is sensible.
I can actually think of 2, and one I don't think we actually looked at. It's from this part.
It's my head that's on the block.
No. My head that's on the block, I'm responsible, not sensible. Actually, we just looked at this one, so okay.
In the last idiom.
Yes, as a matter of fact. So, yeah. There it is. He's got his head screwed on, right? He's sensible. Okay. Another way we say that is he's got a good head on his shoulders, which I don't think.
Good head on his shoulder.
Yeah, on his shoulders.
Not his shoulder. Shoulders.
Which should have been in the material, actually, because it's a pretty common one. But there it is. All right. Vincenzo, since I got you here, what's the idiom that means?
Stop ignoring the problem. Stop ignoring the problem. Stop ignoring the problem. I think it's my head that's on the block, something like this. It's my head that sits on the block.
No, I think
No.
you got to think about those ostriches again.
It's not something like in the work that the boss says, "Stop ignoring the problem." It's my my responsibility, no? Or no?
Oh, it might be something else after, but after you said that, okay, okay, possibly. But another way to say exactly this, in place of this, replace this sentence, not continue the sentence.
Please, stop ignoring the problem.
So you got to go back to your ostriches.
Can you scroll? Can you scroll to the idioms?
Sure, it's in this part. And you're going to think about your ostriches again, ignoring the problem.
Don't bury your head.
That's it.
Okay.
No.
Okay, don't bury your.
Don't bury your head in the sand. That's it.
In the sand, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
By the way, that idiom is sometimes used very sarcastically by Americans. Oh, great, good idea. Let's just bury our head in the sands. That's a good plan. Okay, obviously being sarcastic. That's very common to use it that way. Theyre, I couldn't understand it at all. Not even a little bit. You remember the? Okay, I can't make head nor tail of it. Yeah, that's it. It's all Greek to me. Or I suppose you could say it went right over my head.
Yes, over my head. Yeah.
Yeah. And I want it right over
something
my head.
it doesn't go in your head, no? It doesn't.
Yeah, doesn't make it into your head. That's actually
Yes.
right. Yeah,
Up to
Mustafa, we're surviving barely, just barely, just enough to eat, just enough money to pay the
yes,
rent.
yes, I remember, yes.
Mustafa, are you there?
Okay, I'm here. Can I scroll up? We are surviving.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I remember it. Yeah, scroll up. I'll get it.
yeah.
um, um, what it is? So, she said, no.
Where is it?
I can't make it. Not off the top. No.
It's not
Two
here.
head are better than one.
Oh, that's not it. Oh, where was
Um,
it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Uh,
just making ends meet. Yeah. Okay. Just
yeah,
making ends meet. This is another one,
yeah,
but
that's
similar.
right.
Yeah.
Just here it is, number 2. Just keeping our heads above water. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's it.
Keep our head above the water.
Okay.
Above water.
Okay. Okay. Very good. All right. We're about out of time here. We're okay. One more. I guess we have time for that one more. All right, Sawa. I almost. Wow. I almost said Sawa. You're stupid. No, I didn't say that. Sorry. Number 6, Sawa.
You are stupid.
Sawa, how dare you? I'm crushed. Okay. Wow. What's that one? Oh boy. What's that? You are stupid. What's that?
It's in the top. In this idioms or the first idioms.
I don't really know. I'm not sure.
Let's see. Uh, C.
I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay. You need to have your head examined. That's it. You need to have your head
Yeah.
examined. All right. Other good suggestions: bonehead, dunderhead. We use a lot of words with head to say somebody's crazy or stupid. What a bonehead. What a dumbhead. What a dunderhead. All right. This airhead, that's another good one. Okay, this airhead has got to go. I'm late for my next gig. So thank you very much.